404, welcome to the show.
Yes, this is Miss
Hello?
Mo. Hello.
Good. Welcome to the show, Miss Mo. How you doing?
I am wonderful. How are you?
All right. Did you want to add to the topic tonight?
Well, add to the topic. It seems like you have people that want to ask me questions. I know this is your show,
great.
Tyrone. Go ahead.
Well, I'm not going to ask you any questions, but I will let the audience ask you questions. And what I'll do with you, Lisa, if you got any questions for Miss Mo, you can go ahead and ask her some questions right now if you want to.
No, actually, I really don't. I'm kind of embarrassed to ask her anything because it's, her personal business. I don't want to, make her feel uncomfortable.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this. You can't really make me feel uncomfortable given that nothing evidently is personal, because it seems like a lot of things have been put out on the Internet.
Right.
And I do apologize for calling in, but I don't have a show right now. So, and I'm seeing a lot of comments and different people are talking about me, so I figured maybe this would be the place for me to call in and speak to you guys. So if you had any questions or concerns that you wanted to address with me. And I know
let me ask you this right here. Let me ask you this right here, Ms. Mo. This is Tyrone. Is everything on the table? Is there any limits that you won't cross, or what's the deal with that? Because we try to be respectful over here, and I don't want nobody to be disrespectful in asking you questions.
Okay. Well, as you know, I am, I'm pretty experienced with being on the radio. So whatever it is that you ask me, either I'm going to answer it, I'm not going to answer it. So the thing is, I'm hearing a lot of things, and there are some things that I want to address, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to address it in the video because a lot of things have happened. I've noticed that have happened with a lot of things that's going on the Internet, and you guys say, you talk about me as far as being in the background. I've always been in the background because this is not what I do. This is not my job. It's not to criticize, different things like that. So I am in the background as far as helping and doing what I do. So I want to say, first of all, you've never, ever heard me attack any black woman, hair, whatever the case may be. What you have heard me say in dealing with single parenting, if you are a single parent, you are a single mother, your first job is to protect your child. Anything after that, not too often you're going to hear from me. So I want to get that.
Okay, well, since you mentioned hair, let me ask you this right here. Since that was Tommy's whole platform about black women hair weave, how did you fit into that whole picture with him having the discussion about black women's hair weave? Did you have any say-so in that?
Any say-so as far as what? I have my opinions about that. With Tommy Sotomayor, that is his preference. That is something that he wants to talk about. That is something that he feels strongly about. So that is his thing. That's what he wants to talk about. I can address it as being a woman. I have hair. I know women who wear weave, so I don't have an issue with discussing it. You have women that wear weave. They look fine. You have women that are over the top with their weave. So you have scraggly weave. You have struggle weave. You have different color weave. So, it just depends. So that is Tommy's topic. That's what he wants to speak on. I don't have a problem with that. Everybody has their own preference.
Well, as far as your show is concerned, I've seen your promo video, and I want to say congratulations on all that. But what do you plan on bringing to the table? Like, what topics and stuff do you want to talk about?
Let me say this to you, because I am very frustrated, so let's get that out in the open, as far as my promo video and what has happened to me. Because my understanding is, and I think you guys misunderstood what was going on, I was supposed to be working with another radio show. My understanding, I have been told that what has happened because of the conflict of interest and and dealing with Tommy, I will no longer be doing that. But I'm going to address that in my video. So this is what I want you guys to understand and know about me. This is not my thing. This is not what I do. And once I do this video, the whole point of this was for me to do my personal video blog. You guys know what personal video blogs are. Pretty much different things that you want to talk about, things you want to say, topics you want to deal with. That is it.
Right.
Now, with that being said, me also helping out producing with another show, and you have a person that comes in and pulls that away from you. That's where my frustration comes from. I'm going to help you guys out. You guys, and I'm going to help Tommy out. What I'm going to do on my next video, which will probably be my last video as far as concerning anything personal, I'm going to put everything on the table. When I say everything on the table, I want you to understand I do mean everything on the table. Because you have people that are concerned with my relationship, my business relationship, because I think that's hindering you guys from doing what you need to do as far as being progressive in the community. We have a lot of different things that are going on, and we're worried about the wrong things. So I'm going to help you out, and I'm going to help Tommy out so he can move forward with whatever it is that he needs to do, and you guys as well. We're going to go from the bottom to the top of everything from the beginning of the starting of, and we'll start from Miss Mo, my proof of everything. Because, see, you guys are listening to different things that are hearsay. You don't see anything that is concerning Miss Mo. See, I don't like that, and I have an issue with that. And I am a parent, a respectable person that deals with everyday issues, and I don't appreciate the different things that are going on. So we're going to fix that, okay? So everybody can move on and do their job. That's why I'm calling.
Well, let me ask you this, Ms. Mo, since you said that.
Go ahead.
The people that Tommy criticized, their parents, the people that get talked about all the time in his videos when you was with them, their parents. Now, that you're on the other side of the coin, it sounds like you're offended because you've heard something from somebody, and I can tell you, like you said, your frustration in your voice. But how do you think that the other people was feeling when Tommy was doing it?
Well, you know what? That's a good question. And being that I can say that I am frustrated, I can understand that other people will be frustrated. I can't take that from anyone. Different topics that you've heard, things that you've seen in Tommy's videos or me helping him create different things, I can't back away from any of those things. That happened. So my frustration is no more important than anybody else's. So that's the best way that I can answer that. I'm sure that they are frustrated. I'm sure in different news stories that you hear, people are frustrated. So I can't take away from that. I can just express to you how I feel at this time.
Well, okay. Well, I'm going to bring somebody on the phone here. I'm going to bring Lisa, area code 301. You're on the phone.
Hello.
What's up, Lisa?
Hi, guys.
All right. We got Miss Mo on the phone. She said she's here to answer any and all questions, but she's going to address some of them in her videos.
Well, Miss Mo, good evening. This is Elisa. I don't know if you were listening to the show earlier. I called in, and I'm going to start by saying I'm going to wish you luck with everything, your endeavors and everything you're doing now. I was listening to some of the things that you were saying that your next video, you're going to address some of your personal issues and some of the things you're going to be moving forward with. And I said earlier when I called that I'm going to give you a chance because I did subscribe to your new channel. But I'm losing my train of thought here. You said you're willing to answer some questions. Now I know that you were Tommy Sotomayor's producer. Whatever went on with your personal between you two, but there's a lot of gossip. There's a lot of things I do believe and a lot of things that I do not believe. But this is my thing. You as far as outside looking in, now just take that from me outside looking in. You are complicit. You were complicit in a lot of the degrading, a lot of the bashing, and basically most people can see basically what it is that he was doing, and you as his producer. I mean, it was degrading and bashing, and it was all for profit. Now, I know you said he has his ideas, he has his views, your views and things like that are totally different from him. But because you were complicit in that, I'm curious to hear how do you feel about that? Because a lot of people do feel that you were complicit in that. So that's why I'm going to stay quiet and I'm going to back off and I'm basically telling everybody to give you a chance. But what do you have to say about that?
Okay. Well, what you just said, that was a beautiful question that you have, and I'm going to go all the way down and be very simple with you. If you go back to recent events where Tommy Sotomayor speaks about me, one thing that he says about me is that I do nothing, that he only gave me money, that I had no say-so in what he has been doing. So I want you to take that in consideration. If you listen to every single thing that Tommy Sotomayor says, please consider that. Understand
I consider that. I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. So understand that your world, my views, generated starting with him, with me helping him out from the beginning until the end. Okay? So with that being said, now as a producer, you understand a producer does a lot of different things. But let's go back to Tommy Sotomayor when he says Miss Mo did nothing. Okay? That's the answer that I want. That's the answer that I want to give you. And also, I want you to reach back into your memory bank and also remember anything that Miss Mo has said, anything that Miss Mo has put her stamp on. That's what I want you to do. That's the best way that I can answer your question. And I understand what you're saying as far as me being the producer, then that means that I'm included in everything that he does. I can accept that. But I want you to accept, too, me saying, what did you hear me say? What did you hear me write? What did you see me write? In order to give me a chance.
Very quickly, nothing.
Okay.
I have never heard you say anything. I don't think anyone probably can pull up anything that you've ever said or anything that you've ever written. And I think we both got that. But you were complicit in his degrading of our community. And it was all done for profit. That's what I'm asking. I've never heard
you keep saying for profit. Why are you saying that? Do you see my name on anything? Do you see my name on any money? And let me explain to you, when you see a video, when you see a video and you have a person who is upset and frustrated do a video and they put out and they say, well, this is money that was given, understand, I do a lot of different things. A lot of different things. And I understand, and I want you to realize this. I'm not being disrespectful, but I want you to know this. When you say you give me a chance, do you understand that I don't know you? And when I come on here and I say to you, this is not my job. This is not my responsibility. The Internet, I am a business owner. This Internet is extra for me. Whether you give me a chance or not, it does not matter to me. But I ask that if you listen to one person say something, then you give me that same respect and listen to what I'm saying. That's it. Everybody has their own opinion, and I respect that. And you can ask anybody. I've never been disrespectful to them, but I will say this. I take full responsibility for being the producer because that's what I do. So I understand what you're saying, but I want you to quote me. You do any of that. You show me anything that's signed, written from me. That's what I want you to do.
But Mo, listen.
And when people...
we hear you. We understand. But listen, but what he was asking you, and when she was saying when she was saying for profit, we did see the video Tommy did with the bank account paying you money, and that's probably where she might be getting some of the profit I can
profit. And also, we all understand the workings of YouTube. So we don't have to get into that. We all understand the workings of YouTube.
That's perfect. Stop what you're saying. This is what I want you to understand. No. This is what I want you to understand. Let's go to that video, which is a perfect video. I don't have a problem with that video. When you show your business account that says Your World, My Views, and you say what you give me, you also have to understand, did you see anything else after that? You saw a transfer of money. There's a lot of different things. As you state, you have things that are personal, evidently that they're out in the open. And I want you guys to take back to, you haven't heard Miss Mo say anything. I've watched for about the last 3 weeks. I've listened, and I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. And when you say, well, he transferred you money, of course, come on, people. I've been working with this man for the last 6 years. Why wouldn't you see a transfer of funds to me?
But listen, you're dodging the question, really, because at least one at a time. Wait a minute, one at a time. Lisa was saying that you was being complicit in the talking down about our community, the talking down about black women, and all of that was getting done for profit. And the for-profit part we seen transpire in that video that Tommy did. Now, what you're saying is that but you don't. You're saying that you didn't say nothing.
Because actually, I'm not talking about that particular video. I'm talking about the workings of YouTube. We all understand the workings of YouTube. Miss Mo, look, as I stated, you did answer my question, though. You did, and you did give a response. But I don't want us to fluff over that. You did answer it. You said, I take full responsibility as the producer of his show. So you answered it. So I didn't want that to get fluffed over and get on. You answered it. I take full responsibility as a producer of his show. No, I don't think anyone can ever say that they've heard you say anything. I don't think anyone can say that they've ever seen anything that you've written or anything that anyone has said that you said. My question was, we all know how the workings of YouTube, that is Tommy Sotomayor's job, and that is how he earns his living. But you answered it. You said, I take full responsibility, I guess, for whatever, because I was the producer of his show. And you answered it. You did. So I didn't want that to be fluffed over and get on, because the other video, I was not talking about the detract. I didn't see that video, so I can't comment on that. But you answered it. You took full responsibility for that. And that's why I'm saying I hope everybody gives you a chance. Let's see what you're doing. You said you're a businesswoman. So am I. And the only reason I'm involved in all of this, and I do call in on Cliff's show and different things, Cliff and Tyrone's show, Tyrone and Cliff's show, is because when I became familiar with Tommy Sotomayor, I'm not going to get into that, how I became familiar with him. And
who am I speaking with?
I'm sorry?
Who am I speaking with?
I'm sorry, say that again. My name is Lisa. And when I became familiar with him, I was completely blown away that this stuff was actually going on online. And different people that I knew, we discussed it. But no, you as the producer of the show, you're the producer. It's a business, basically what he's doing. I got that. I think most people got that. You answered the question. So I'm not going to, somebody else may want to get in and talk. But to anybody else who calls
Lisa, I got one more.
She answered the question. She takes full responsibility as his producer. So she answered it. I thank you, Miss Mo.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, I got Kim here on the line.
I want to say something, Miss Mo, before we bring the next call in.
Go ahead, Kim.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank you for accepting my invitation. I don't know if that's the reason you called, because I know I sent you some on your video. I don't know if that's the reason you called in. But anyway, thank you anyway for calling in, huh? Yeah, and I would like to say, I'm not gonna lie. I said some pretty foul shit to not to you, but about you. I don't know if you heard it or not. And I'm getting to that. You know, I said some pretty foul shit, but you understand. It was like, you know, because Tommy, how he was attacking me, and I don't know, like I said, now I don't know if you had anything to do with this about how he used to fuck with me. He put out all my personal information about how I'm living, taking care of my moms and stuff. You know, getting his trolls to fuck with me, flag up 2 or 3 of my channels down. But I lashed out at anybody closer. But like I said, I don't do much family, like his children, his mother, and stuff like that. So I lashed out at somebody who wasn't like. So I lashed out at you, and it was pretty much wrong. You know, so I like to apologize. You know.
Well, I appreciate that. I want to say this to you guys. Everybody's pretty high-strung with this, and I really hope that you guys can do your show and different things that you do, and to find a way to make money and do the different things. And I understand money is not everything, but everybody's doing these different shows, and there's enough fame, enough acknowledgement, all this stuff for everybody. And so that's my biggest issue with everything that's going on. Everybody can say what they need to say without just lashing out and bashing and doing all this different stuff. Like I said, I understand. You guys don't know me. And I can get with that. And so that's why I'm calling in. I don't have a platform to speak right now. So that's why I'm calling in, you guys, because like I said, a lot of different things have happened. It's gotten to where it's very immature, and we're dealing with families, we're dealing with money, we're dealing with change, we're dealing with all kinds of different things. So that's why I'm calling in. You guys, your show is on now, so that's why I'm calling in. I don't expect anything from anyone. Go ahead.
Well, I want to go ahead and push this along and get Kim on the phone. Go ahead, Kim.
Okay.
Hello, Ms. Mo. How are you? My name is Kim. You mentioned earlier that you wanted to make a video and clear some things up so that Tyrone's show and other things could go ahead and move forward. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Okay. Well, one of the things that I wanted to say is that Tyrone's show is not really based off of moving forward by what Tommy, or even basically by what you're going to say. Because just as well as we don't know you, you don't know us. And this is not for money. This is not for profit. This is basically a non-paid hobby, and it generated from a video that was done early part of last year. So,
and you're Kim that was on the video.
I am. So nothing is going to stop. And I can even be as personal and say it's Tommy, not you, not Kevin, not anybody is going to stop what we have planned to go forward. We're not going to make no profit out of this. We already know that.
That's what you have to
understand.
And
in saying that means that this is not our primary income. So I would love for everybody to build their own platform and do whatever they do and get whatever they're going to get out of it in a positive manner, or whatever manner they're going to get. But I think that was probably something that nobody knows each other, so nobody really gets to hear nobody's story about why they do the things that they do. So it was never...
But that's the thing, Kim. When you say that, this started from a video, which is very personal. And I understand that you say this is a hobby, but you're dealing with a lot of people that this is not a hobby. This is how they make their living. And you deal with a lot of cutthroat different things, and I understand this.
Right, but I can
Tommy Sotomayor, he works for a purpose just like Tyrone and you guys do. When you say nonprofit, that's perfect. The only reason why I called in and I'm here, it's for me, for people to hear me, not for Tyrone's show, not for Tommy. So I want you to understand, and I know what you're saying. You're saying you're going to push forward. I want you to understand everybody is going to push forward. Tommy's going to continue doing what he does just as Tyrone does. I have been very, very loyal to Tommy Sotomayor. So I want you to understand. The reason why I speak now, that's just for Miss Mo. But I understand where loyalty lies. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Whether I break ties with him, different things that I say, the reason I say it is for me. When I say I'm going to do a video, it's for me to clear up. So when I say to push forward, so you won't have any of these questions. You can move on with your nonprofit. Tommy can move on with his money making, and everybody can go forward. You don't have to guess. That's what this is all about. That's it.
Okay, well, I'm going to move to somebody else, Miss Mo. We let, I got area code.
Well, shoot. If this radio show, this talk show be supposed to be making money, Tyrone, you got to talk, because I ain't got a check yet.
Area code 541, you're on the phone. Welcome to the show.
What's up, broski?
What's happening?
Ain't nothing happening, broski.
You got Miss Mo on the phone, man. She said that you guys can ask her some questions.
All right, I got some questions for you, Miss Mo. And my name is the Bone Picker. I am called the Grizzly King. Okay? Now, I have a question now. You say you are the producer. I also produce. I also make money on the internet. So I know about money. Okay? Now, you say you take full responsibility for everything that Tommy shows, everything he done, said. You are his producer. So you stood.
Let me stop you. No. Let me stop you. I didn't say I take full responsibility for everything that Tommy does, everything he says. I can't control what Tommy does and what he says.
On the show.
But what I'm saying as a producer, in the definition of it, I have to say that I am a part of that show. Okay.
No, check this out. If you are the producer, that means everything that goes down on the show, you has to give the okay for it to go down. Correct?
Let's go back to my original. Let's go back to my original.
No, I'm asking you. You haven't heard the question yet.
You cannot interrogate me and make me answer your question without going back to
I'm not interrogating you.
I'm
asking you. You haven't given me a chance to answer
the owner
the
of
question.
Your World, My Views. So what I stated earlier was, in the definition of a producer, I can take responsibility for that. But also in saying,
so that means you take responsibility for the show,
Tommy
right?
Sotomayor is the owner of the show.
Are you the producer of the show?
Did you produce the show? Of a show? Yes, sir.
Did you produce the shows? Did you?
In part,
I want to know. Did you produce the videos, the show?
In part.
Did you produce?
No, sir. The owner does. That's Mr. Tommy Sotomayor.
So you're not the producer then, right?
If that's what
you're not the producer, because the producer produced the shows. Every show,
I like your answer better. I like your answer better. Your answer is easy.
No, but check this out. Every show that I produce on Fusion, I am the one that okays every video, every content, everything is said on Fusion. If I am the producer, I give the okay and say, good to go.
And
let's put this on.
Fusion,
so everything that Tommy said, everything that Tommy did, you are responsible for, because you are the producer.
Who's the owner of Fusion?
You are the producer. You own it.
Well, see,
the producer owns it.
I hear your tone in your voice, but see, you're missing my point. I'm not the owner of your world.
How am I missing the point? A producer owns it as well as produced the show. So you are a person which you
owner
control
and producer,
everything.
They're two different things. The producer and the owner are two different things. I understand your point.
Let me interrupt
y'all. I can't argue with you.
You owned and produced his show, right? If Tommy's your man, you own and produce the show.
No, sir.
So everything,
Tommy Sotomayor is not my husband.
We know this.
Tommy Sotomayor is not my husband, sir.
No, he's not.
Let me ask you this, Ms. Mo. What part of the shows are you taking responsibility for then?
I take responsibility for if you say the topics, different things. You guys have to understand, I'm not the owner of the show. Tommy Sotomayor is. When you say producer, I go along with what it is that Tommy Sotomayor wants to. I can't back. Of course, I'm saying I cannot back away from the show totally. but I will not agree to everything that you're asking me to. Because I am a black woman.
I'm not saying nobody
I am a black woman that
Tommy Sotomayor sit there and said, kill all black women, kill hood rats. He did a picture with Trayvon Martin, a fucked up ass image to put out there.
All what?
Now, he did this shit.
Tommy
Sotomayor
does not say
all over YouTube.
Tommy Sotomayor
you was the producer of this cool shit.
You seem like
so you gonna tell me
really
you can stand there and say I'm the producer, but I don't take credit for none of the bullshit that he put out.
Speak to you. You're unnecessary.
Come on now. Come on, Ms. Mo. Like I said, I don't have no beef with you, but you created that motherfucker. You created that sick son of a bitch.
Okay, and then what? And then what?
Have to get rid of that motherfucker.
And then what? And then what?
Because he is not.
And see, that's what I'm saying. You get on here and you want me to, if you want me to defend Tommy Sotomayor, I can do that. I understand your hostility, but it doesn't change the fact.
Do it.
It has still been done. The subjects have still been out there.
That motherfucker is a threat to the black community. That motherfucker is a parasite. He is a piece of shit. Not only he's a motherfucking piece of shit, he's a thief. And you know he's a thief. He's a thief.
A thief as far
as what? Motherfucking criminal.
And that's the whole point of me calling in.
Back.
You guys throw around
and I don't have no respect for no motherfucker like that. And you got to understand, I've been on this motherfucking internet too a long goddamn time.
So are you so?
And I am called the bone picker, and I don't play.
Because you haven't reached the level of Tommy Sotomayor? No, sir. No, sir. I get rid of him.
You are responsible for that motherfucker. You built him. You created him. I know this, and you know this. You the one put that motherfucker where he is today. You did that, Miss Mo. I said that in a video. I knew that he had a super smart woman behind him, and it was you. And you going to sit there and tell me you produced the show, but you didn't produce the show.
I accept the same way that everything in your life, you cannot sit up and tell me you're 100% all the way in. I'm not going to agree to that. I've already accepted responsibility.
If I produce the goddamn show, I'm going to be 100% all the way in it. Because anything that I touch, anything that I do, if I don't put 100% into it, it ain't motherfucking real. Ain't no on the fence, Miss Mo. You can't play the on the fence.
Let me say this. You know it's 100% real because if it wasn't, you wouldn't be so hostile.
You was in that shit up to your goddamn neck. Don't play yourself. We ain't playing it. Like you say, you don't know us.
If it's 100%,
all right, let me cut in here. Miss Mo and Bone Picker, I'm gonna say to Miss Mo, the reason that this stuff is so important to us, and the reason that it touches home, and I'm pretty sure you heard about this story about Anthony Powell and Asia McGowan, and then there was a guy on the internet named Sergeant Willie Pete. And he was along the same lines of Tommy's type of speech, and it motivated people to go out and do crazy things. Now, we know that this guy, Anthony Powell, followed Sergeant Willie Pete, and Anthony Powell went out and killed this young lady. Anthony Powell got on the internet and repeated what Sergeant Willie Pete said about he hating black women and all that kind of stuff. And he went out and killed a young lady. So that's part of the reason that it's important to us that we don't sit around and bash our community all the time. Now, I heard you defend Tommy saying that he didn't say all. He don't have to say all. He can just say a portion of our community. It doesn't matter. He said that he want black women dead. He said that he want an army of George Zimmermans. He said for the white people to arm up and shoot black teens. He told Paula Deen to keep calling people. I mean, you know the list goes on and on. So whether he says all or not, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't be any portion of our community that we call for genocide for.
Understand this. And the way you explain it is beautiful on your show. Like I said, I'm not here to disrespect your show. I hear everything that you guys are saying. And when you put it in those terms, it's very important. And I also want you to understand this. And when I say not all, even some, the way you explain it, I totally get it. And when you take different things out of different contexts, as being the producer of the show, like you said, you're either 100% in or you're not. Being in the show, me being the producer, I would have to say I'm 100% in. And like I said, I take full responsibility. But when you come at me...
Okay, well, being that you're 100% in, and you heard this rhetoric coming from Tommy Sotomayor...
You have to understand, I go into defense. I'm not here to just listen to someone come at me. I won't say bash, different things like that. Everybody has the reason and the mindset to feel how they feel. I can't anybody, and I'm not disrespecting anyone's feelings. But understand, I do have feelings too. Now, I'm
okay, I just want to ask you one question. I ask a lot of people this, so I'm not trying to single you out. Now, one major thing I got a problem with Tommy when he said that white women can raise their children way better than any black woman can. Seeing you are a black woman and you do have a child, how do you feel about that statement?
I totally disagree with that because I am a black woman. But understand when you put it in the context of saying a white woman raised the president. When you put it in that context and you throw that out there to black people, it gives you pause. Me, of course I'm going to say I am a good parent. I am a single parent. I am a black woman. I am divorced. I have a son that I'm raising. So when you put it like that, I have to respond and say, like I said, in being in defense, I am a black mother. So I don't feel that about white women, but I do feel like white women have a lot more support, resources, and understanding. So it would seem that they maybe look like that they could raise children better than we could. So I can answer you like that.
Well, see, that's a problem, Gab, because, the guy who shot up the school, the guy who shot up the movie theater, all was white and most likely was raised by white white people. So that debunks that right there, if you ask me.
But
what I keep telling people, when I keep telling people, when people say, "Oh, Tommy, he speaks the truth," I tell you this: Tommy has never said anything true. All Tommy do is give his own opinion, because anything Tommy said is his own opinion. Like he says, white women can raise their children better. That's opinion.
He says it's the truth. That is his opinion. If you guys will listen, the same thing I said in my video, Tommy says, which bottom line is, those are his personal blogs. Those are his thoughts. Those are his feelings. And those have transpired over into a show that he does. So you have one person that talks about one thing, different incidents that go on. And I will give you my opinion in saying, of course, when we have news reports where you see ratchet different women come on and they're twerking or they're killing their children, all those different things that happen in different in different communities, but it just depends on how it's placed and where it's put in order to give us the information about it. So I understand what you're saying. It's not true. You can't say it's not true when you see a lot of these different things where these women, they are killing, they are doing different things. What it is just pinpoint. It's just mainly focused on that set of people.
White women, they killing a lot of white women kill their own kids.
See,
you remember the incident when that white woman drowned her own kids and then blamed the black man for it?
Yeah.
You remember that?
But listen at what I just said. It's isolated and it's focused on. When that woman
listen, Miss Mo. When you say it's isolated,
it's just focused.
I have to retaliate here. When you say it's isolated, a white woman raising the first black president, that's isolated. So
there you have
if you're going to use it in those terms,
it's just focus. All it is focus. That's it. That's
right.
all I
but
want
you
to
use
understand.
that.
It's just focus.
You use that in defense of what Cliff was saying. So what I'm trying to tell you is,
no. I use it as an example. That's what I'm saying. No defense, as an example. Of course, you give pause when you say, "Well, I don't know if white women can raise, black children better or whatever." But one raised the president. He's multi-race. Fine. That's just isolated. That's a focus. I have to understand that. That's all it is. It's a diversion.
Yeah, but
focus.
another thing, because like I studied Tommy for a minute, and everything, the kind of black woman he's against is basically what you are. You're single. You're a single parent. you're dark skinned, and I'm not insinuating, but do you wear weave? Is that weave? Is that your natural hair? Huh?
No, I don't. No, I don't. That's my hair.
Okay, but
it's mine.
Okay, if you say it's yours, it's yours. We got the receipt. Cool.
Yes, sir. No. That's what I'm saying. Y'all have to understand, and that's
what I'm saying is everything he's against is what you are, basically. You understand what I'm saying? Everything what he says and what he's against is what you are. I mean, you're dark skinned, you're single, you're a single mother. So is your son gonna grow up to be what he calls a Madden King? Is your son gonna grow what he calls a Madden King? Because he's saying the single guys who are raised by single black women basically ain't shit. That's basically what he's saying. And you're raising your son. You do got a son, right? And is he gonna be this what he called a Madden King and stuff like that? That's what I'm saying. Everything he says he's against is what you are.
Listen, let me say this to you. Anything is possible. And given the type of parent that I am, that's not possible. See, I don't have a problem with that you're stating because that's just not me. I hear you. Of course, like I said, we're focusing a pinpoint on a dark-skinned woman. I am that dark-skinned woman. I am the one. I don't have natural hair. I have relaxed hair, and many people listening to Tommy know that. My hair, this is my hair. And I'm sorry that a lot of people, because you see so much weave that you can't tell the difference between real hair and bought hair. So that's what you have right there. Anything can turn into this big scenario of you raising these Madden Kings. That's not my focus. So that's why that doesn't bother me. It bothers me as being a part of the community because we do see a lot of single parents where they raise children that just don't turn out to be anything because they're not motivated and they're not productive. I can't get upset about that. All I can do is make sure it doesn't happen to my son. That's what I want you to understand.
Y'all still there? Y'all still hear me?
Yeah, Bon.
Hello?
I'm still here.
Go ahead.
Ms. Mo, now you say, Ms. Mo, now I'm hearing what you're saying. You said now you just want to make sure it doesn't happen to your son. That's what you're saying, right? You're saying that. I want to say to you, what about the nation? What about the village? What about every child? We don't want that to happen to no children. So if Tommy Sotomayor
but see, you keep talking about Tommy Sotomayor, but that's where Miss Mo comes in.
But hear what I'm saying, Miss Mo. Hear what I'm saying first. No, but hear what I'm saying. If he could say that about other children, and that message get out there, and that message fall all over the internet, and other children hear that they ain't gonna be shit, they ain't gonna be nothing. This is the message that he's putting. This is the message that Tommy Sotomayor and you are the producer of the show, and you are putting this message
that
out.
A man on the internet cannot tell my son that he's not going to be anything?
But you want to make sure your child is okay. Now, what about the nation? What about the Jamaicans? What about the Haitians? What about the Africans?
I can answer that. I can answer that. What about them? What about it is for their parents to do their job and what they're supposed to be, not about this man on the internet.
You putting out information. You are putting information out there. You are telling, Tommy is telling other black children they ain't going to be shit with a Madden King. This is all the fuck they're going to be. But you are seeing that thing, you're going to make sure your child don't be that way. What about the other children? What about the children all over the nation? What about the village? Do you give a fuck about the village? Do you care about the children? Remember, you are a mother. You are a mother of the nation, not just your own. You are a mother of the nation, and you are supposed to teach and preach the truth. If you don't preach the truth, then what the fuck are you doing?
That's what you don't understand. You don't understand that.
I don't understand bullshit. I don't understand evil.
You're talking about
I don't understand evil.
I can't engage you in entertainment because
evil bullshit being pushed by black people on black people. Are you serious, Miss Mo? You're going to sit here and tell me I don't understand bullshit. Bullshit.
Hey, you said it was just entertainment?
Evil motherfucking doing. influence all over the goddamn internet, and you gonna tell me, oh, it's only about my child is straight.
You haven't
That's
heard
all
me
you care about? Is your child?
Sir.
Which you can promote?
Sir.
Bullshit?
That's why it's hard to speak to different people, because what you just said.
Oh,
now,
okay,
you said it was just about entertainment?
Oh, that's entertainment?
Yes.
That's
when
the white man's market?
When I say entertainment, meaning you and I are
How many
talking.
black women did this motherfucker diss on his shows? You done lost count. He done diss so many black women on the goddamn show, it's now a
You're
blur
missing the point.
of women.
You're missing the point.
What about Gil Scott-Heron? Did she deserve to be treated by that motherfucker the way he treated her? Gil Scott-Heron, a black soul. This sister sings her ass off. Do you think she deserved to be called a fat bitch?
When you
turn
around and you turn around and you come at somebody and still try to sleep with them, yes, sir, you missed the point. You missed the point.
Oh, I missed the point.
And what you can do is get back on the children. Get back on the children and
he is sitting there promoting Nazism. He is sitting there doing worse than Hitler ever fucking can do. And you gonna tell me that's entertainment? He's sitting there talking about genociding our community. I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody in our community is no goddamn hood rat.
Hold
on. What the fuck do you mean hood rat?
Hold on for a minute, Bone. So, Miss Mo, you saying the reason he called her a fat bitch, she was trying to sleep with him? Or he was trying to sleep with her? I'm kind of confused.
Understand this. Hold on. Don't be confused. Listen to this. I say this the same way I say about myself. When you have people putting out different things, and you guys know, you have DM, you have your email, everything happens after that. Like you said, I am the producer. Different things that Tommy may not express to you that happen. It's one thing to say you stand your ground. It's another then turn around to come back and still trying to get with somebody and sleep with them. No, when you're dealing with a man like that, you guys are men. You don't take women seriously. So therefore you get called this fat bitch or whatever it is that you get called. Then we move forward. You lose respect. I want to get back to Bones talking about the children. I want you to understand, never once did I say it was only about my child, because it's never just about my child, because my child is not the only one here. He still has to communicate with other children. You need to understand this. This is bigger than Tommy Sotomayor. It's not Tommy Sotomayor's responsibility to say what it is that you want to hear. That's what I'm for as a parent. That's what you guys are for as parents. You got to get past that. My son is not listening to this. My son is not listening to this. This is entertainment.
Yes, we are, Ms. Mo. We are responsible. We are also responsible for the entertainment and the production that we put out. Now, you are saying you about making money. You about making money. It is about the dollar to you. It's about the almighty motherfucking evil dollar. This is what it's about for you. So you're putting out evil to the world, but then you want to sanctify your own home. What kind of shit is that, Ms. Mo? If you are a black producer,
well, let me say
you are talking about black.
That's what I'm saying. When you guys say that I'm obsessed with Tommy Sotomayor, I can't go along with you wholeheartedly. It has nothing to do with Tommy Sotomayor. It has to do with, like you said, the village, the community. That's what I'm here for. Not one person.
Okay, Afro Queen, you on the line?
Don't focus on one person.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Miss Mo, we got Afro Queen on the line. Go ahead, Afro Queen.
Good evening, Miss Mo. How you doing?
I am well.
Good. I didn't come to barrage you with a lot of stuff. I just want to say to you, from woman to woman, mother to mother, I've been around the block a couple of times too with men like Tommy, and I understand and overstand those type of people. And we as black women and black mothers, we have to stand for something to protect and guard our children, because they snatching our babies up left and right as it is already off the street, coming to and fro. The media is already barraging them with negativity every turn, for entertainment. And this particular thing that Tommy is doing is extremely dangerous, and it hits closer to home than mainstream media, because it is a social network. And it's a part of us.
as black women where we got to stand up and take that extra step and go that extra mile for our babies that no one else has ever done, and it's protect them from social media, which hits closer to home than MTV, BET, or any other mainstream venue of barrages of negativity and mantras being programmed. Now, I'm not holding nobody responsible for whatever.
Let me say this. Can I get what is your name?
Here to play. I'm not here to play the blame game, but I see what he's doing, and I see what his plan is. I'm very familiar with these baiters, and it's easy to get sucked in because he plays on your emotions, and I understand things are still raw for you right now, and things are still new and unfolding.
Let me just say this. Stop. I want you to stop. With all this
There's
raw,
a lot going on with you right now.
No.
But I just want you to understand that you can't blame it on entertainment. You can't blame it and put it and throw it off on this.
You guys cannot just blame this on one individual. Not one individual.
I'm not blaming it on one individual. You're not listening.
Okay,
you're too busy talking and you're not absorbing and hearing.
I've listened to you talk. You've been talking long enough. I want you to understand this when you say that I'm raw.
I've been given the floor, and I'm going to complete what I have to say because I'm talking to you, not at you. I would appreciate if you would listen.
Tyrone, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you go ahead and let her complete this, okay?
No, I'm not here to blame anybody. I'm here to point something out and have you look at something from a different angle other than defending the position that you have with the situation. And instead of being so defensive, maybe you should take different angles, take a step back. Because nobody's trying to attack you. Nobody's trying to make you feel any kind of way. You were invited to this venue to speak your piece and truly tell your truth. Because Tommy has had 3 or 4 years to tell his truth. And he has thrown you under the bus. That's what I'm trying to get you to see. He has thrown you under the bus, and he is trying to drag you over the coals. And you got more support out here than what you really know. Because, like I said earlier on the show, he who talks the loudest is usually the most guilty. And I said myself earlier today on the show, you have held up with class and dignity. There's really nothing for you to defend but protect your baby, protect your home, and protect your spirit from this fucking monster that sucked you into this bullshit. That's what I would love to see you do as a black woman, and empower yourself and stand up on your square and put this motherfucker in check but the next person he decides to try this shit with, he'll think twice or 3 times before he does it. Because nobody's here to attack you or eat you alive. You don't have to. We can see clearly what this man is doing. Clearly, he's a baiter, he's a manipulator, and he's a liar. And it's easy to get caught up in that because they look for the need in women who need and want a companion, a partner, and to fit that picture that they want them to be. And that's exactly what happens. Nobody's holding one person or the other responsible. We are all adults here. We all have our own personal accountability. And people only do to you what you let them do. And like I said, now that you're on the phone, I'm going to tell you straight up, as a woman, I'm glad you pulled his whole card. I'm glad you changed them locks. I'm glad you got him out of your cipher because he's a pollutant. He's a pollutant to the black community. He's a pollutant to black women, black men, and black children. And that's one thing I want you to understand and understand, that I'm coming to you as your sister. I'm not coming here to attack you or blame him or blame you. This is me talking to you as a woman and as a mother. That's it. And I just keep it real because I've been down that road before. I've walked in your shoes before. I have children. I have 2 boys and 1 girl, and I've been in the situation, lived it, smelled it, breathed it, ate it, tasted it. I know what you're going through. And I don't have to know you because I see your spirit. I know niggas like that. And I want to see you pull yourself and your baby out of this and don't defend niggas.
Okay, well, I believe we lost Miss Mo, Afro Queen.
Thank you first.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, well, she's off the phone. Miss Mo, you there? Okay, well, go ahead. You can respond to Afro Queen. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Miss Mo? Well, yeah, she's gone then.
Whatever.
Okay, okay, folks. Well, I'm gonna go ahead. You got anything else to say, Afro Queen?
That's all. You know, I just you know how I do, Chief. That's how I do. I'm gonna talk to you as a woman. I'm gonna keep it real. You know, and she's not keeping it all the way real with herself.
No,
she gotta
protect.
She gotta understand that in order to get this toxic poison out of her, she has got to be honest with herself and say, you know what? I took part in it. I motivated and supported his bullshit. Now I'm away. Now it's time to truly cut the cord and move the fuck on and pick myself up and move forward. It's as simple as that. It ain't no, we already see it. It ain't no nothing else to explain. It ain't no you got to understand. We get it. We got it.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of people over here that actually supports her. But, of course, she know that people got questions. So I didn't know if she won't prepare to go at that angle, I don't think. You know, because what she was like, Lisa was saying, what she was complicit in is what Tommy was doing. So you're going to have to answer for that. But, yeah, these women over here and these people over here going to support you because, you know, we just don't like Tommy's message. We ain't heard your message yet, but we know we don't like Tommy's. So that's an angle she could have played.
You know what I'm saying? I respect her for that because, of course, that was her man. They was in a relationship long term. Of course, you're going to feel, I felt played. When I let go of the bullshit, I was like, damn, I let this nigga walk all up into my cipher and try to fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? You do. You're going to feel played when you let go of a motherfucking player. That's just how it is. You see? But you have to own it. You have to own that feeling stupid, feeling played, feeling dumb. I'm alone again. Now I got to start over from square one or wherever I left off. That's natural, you know, and that's something that we as black women need to own it. Own the shit that we do. I let this nigga do this to me. Now it's over with. Now I got to put the pieces back together, be a mama, be a leader, be a role model and example to my son or my daughter or whatever.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. Instead of taking
it was his kid. Exactly. Don't be so defensive. That's what just drives me crazy about some of my sisters. You know, they don't want to just go through the feeling and experience and own the shit. You know, it ain't not every player get played. Every can of oil gets flicked. You see what I'm saying? And yes, she was complicit in standing by, producing this show, listening to all that bullshit, and she didn't agree with it. Because a nigga like that couldn't have got me to do no shit like that. But when you are in need of something, when you desire that connection, and you have a broken part of you, you're going to invite in pieces of shit. We all have been through it at some point of our life.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show is getting ready to end. If y'all want this show, just go to Blog Talk Radio, and I will put a link to Talk Real Solutions Facebook page, and I'll post the show up there so you guys can get the show. It was a very good show. I enjoy everybody for calling in, and I wish it could go on longer, but
yeah, I ain't get a chance to answer for. I was going to answer for long.